Shalom. Back with part 2. All right, let's continue here with the introduction here. Let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs 26, 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. All right? And he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. All right? So, what's that talking about? Esau, Edom. He dug this pit, okay? He dug the pit of what? Of violence, of bloodshed. All right? He created the snare for the Israelites. All right? Through what? Through his draconian laws. Okay? All right? What does it say here in let's go to Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievances which they have prescribed. You see that? So they do it through law. You understand? Okay? To turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the right from the poor of my people, the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. See that? People understand? All right? So again, this man, he dug a pit and he rolled the stone, and it's going to come back upon him. What's my title? Thy reward shall be upon thy own head. Right? That's my title. Let's go to Psalms. Let's get out of here. We'll deal with this one. We'll go to Psalms 7. All right. Psalms 7. Oops. Salakia. Psalm 7 and 16. All right. His mischief shall return upon his own head. See that? All right. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. Pate is another word, it's just another word for saying his head. All right? You understand? Let's go to Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The God power, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushai, is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Got that? Let's jump to Isaiah. All right. Isaiah 34, 5 and 6. For my sword shall be bathed in the heaven. What is the Lord's sword? Well, he is the Lord of hosts of armies. All right, so he has many armies. All right, the angels, all right, the chariots, and the angels are in them. All right, in Jeremiah you read that, his people are his battle axe and weapons of war. Okay, that's another army. Talking about us, the Israelites. Well, he has the animals, okay, whether in the ocean or on land. All right? It's another army. All right? He also has the ICBMs. That's a part of the Lord's armory. Okay? And if you think they're not his, all throughout the scriptures, you'll find similar reading as what I'm going to recite here. Proverbs 16:4. The Lord maketh all things unto himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. And who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. So all things are his, including the ICBMs that he had Esau create. What proves that? Right here in, what is that? Isaiah. We'll come back to Isaiah 34 in a minute. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith, right? As in the blacksmith in the ancient days, right? The blacksmith made weapons, okay? Swords, shields, all that, right? So in modern day, who would that be? That would be the modern day scientist. All right? So that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. For whose work? The Lord's work. And I have created the waster to destroy. What's that waster? The ICBM, that nuclear fire. You understand? Now, further proof of that is that the chariots have flown over the missile silos, all right? And they turned on the computers, the angels, from their chariot. They turned on the computers. All right, so don't come and tell me that those weapons do not belong to the Lord, because he controls them. And like I already have read, and again, there are many precepts that you can go see that the Lord, he created all things unto himself. All right? You understand? All right, we're moving on, whether you do or don't. Let's get back to Isaiah. All right? 34. All right? All right. So, for my sword, talking about that nuclear fire from the ICBMs, shall be bathed in heaven. Again, they go up into the atmosphere, and then they come down to go hit their targets. All right? My sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Who's Idumea? I'm going to show you. H123. See that? Edom. Edom, red. See? Edom, the elder twin brother of Jacob. You see that? It's talking about Esau, Edom, the white man. See that? The Edomites. All right? So, who are these people that, go around calling themselves Americans and calling themselves white? All right? Who is that? Who is that? Edomites. All right? And they call themselves, they've gone by many names. Again, because they're a fugitive and a vagabond. They've, hid themselves. Okay? They call themselves, by the lands they conquered, they call themselves the Greeks. All right? That was his third beast. Then they marched into the Roman Empire, the fourth beast. Then they were put down for 1,000 years while the Moors ruled all of Europe. But then they came back into power during the Renaissance. That word Renaissance means rebirth. And they would have to, because that's the fulfillment of prophecy. And that's all in the scriptures, people. You read that in Revelations, the 20th chapter. Verse 1, 2, and 3, and then it picks up in verse 7 and 8. All right? So, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, talking about Esau, Edom, the white man, upon the people of my curse to judgment. You see that? They are the nation of people that are cursed to the Lord's judgment, right? Set for destruction, okay? As I read earlier, Proverbs 16:4, the Lord maketh all things unto himself, right? Even the wicked for the day of evil. See that? What's the precept to that? Job 21:30. All right? The wicked are reserved for the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. See that? So they're reserved for that particular day of their actual destruction through what? That nuclear fire, okay, from the ICBMs, plus that concentrated laser fire from the chariots. You get it? You understand, people? All right? All right. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of the lambs and goats and the fat of kidneys and rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice. You see that? For the Lord Yahweh, because you see the word Lord in all caps. So that's talking about the Heavenly Father. For the Lord Yahweh have a sacrifice in Basra. That's a capital in Edom. This is talking about America, Babylon the Great. All right? And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Again, talking about America, Babylon. So America, Babylon the Great is a sacrificial altar unto the Lord. It's going to be a burning sacrifice unto the Lord. Basically, the Heavenly Father, His Son, and the angels are going to have themselves a barbecue on that day. You understand? All right? That's what it is. All right? A human barbecue. For it is the day of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance and the year of his recompense for the controversy of Zion. Who's Zion? Zion is interchangeable with Israel, Jerusalem. All right? And you're a people first before you're a place. So it's talking about the Negro, Latino, and Native American. They make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? For you are the lot of the Lord's inheritance. Jacob is the lot of the Lord's inheritance. All right? Deuteronomy 32 and 9. All right. Let's get into this lesson, shall we? We'll start here in Obadiah. All right. Obadiah is just one chapter. Go to 15th verse. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh, is near upon all the heathen. You see that? Upon all the heathen. That starts with Esau, Edom, the tabernacles of Edom, the white man, as well as the other 16 heathen nations. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. You see that? You see that? That's my title, right? Thy reward shall be upon thy own head. All right? There you go. All right? Let's jump to Deuteronomy 25. 25:17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt. All right? How he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary. And he feared not the God power, Yahweh Yahushua. Therefore it shall be when the Lord thy God have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about in the land which the Lord Yahweh thy God power giveth thee for an inheritance, talking about Israel, to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, and thou shalt not forget it. All right, and that's getting ready to happen. Okay? That's getting ready to happen because, that's, who's there? That's Amalek. That's the Amalekite, the international bank bank. Israel is a corporate state. The Lord didn't put them there, as the Lord tells you in the scriptures that he would. Okay? They're not the people. That's Amalek there. All right? They've taken, Israel, his land, into his possession. All right? All right. I'm going to take you right there, all right? Ezekiel 36 and 5. And we'll read it when we come back with part 3. Shalom.